Hi guys! In this video we are going to pay attention and learn to play by ear a truly beautiful melody. We aren't going to read sheet music. Oh no. We aren't going to pick out by ear. You heard it right. And it's not just one melody, but a collection of beautiful variations. Soulmate, Amelie, Interstellar and the classic Passacaglia by Andrew Vanzo, the Italian pianist and composer. We are going to work on our hearing, relying on harmonic memory and patterns. We'll also be leaning a lot on music theory, so it's good to be familiar with musical concepts and know your way around the keyboard. But even if you're just curious, you'll pick up some interesting ideas about how music works. One more thing. To train your ear independently, hold the video often so I don't reveal all the secrets to you right away. To start, I'll give you a little hint. This melody is played entirely on white keys. A question might pop up. Which note should I actually start with? It's clear you need something to push off from. A point where the movement begins to make it easier to pick out. Actually, there is no strict rule that you must start figuring it out from the very first note. Try listening and stopping at a section where the melody is really clear to you. It might not even be the beginning. In this case, everything is very transparent from the very first note. So let's start from the beginning. Let's determine the playing technique used here. Hear the melody in the foreground, which sounds wave-like, rising up, then falling down. Na, 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 na. Let's find the notes. Right now, things might seem confusing, so focus on the first note. I can easily sing it. Ah, which means it's definitely in the middle register of the instrument. Let's try to find it. I'll sing and search at the same time. Oh, no, that doesn't fit. Maybe this one? It's a little higher. Nearby? Aha, that is not A, in the fourth octave range. From there, we already hear a rise and a fall. I sing it an octave lower. Notice that the first three notes sound harmonious together and resemble the sound of a chord. Very interesting! It turns out we're moving by skipping a note on the white keys. A, C, E. We touch one more note, but it's closed by like a little bump at the very top. Oh, that is F! Then the melody descends, seemingly using the same notes, but except from A to the C. I, C, E, F, E, C. Great! It fits, so we found a pattern that will likely be used later on, since the melody has a similar, clear, repeating structure. Na 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 na, and so on. Let's continue figuring out the right hand line to get a better idea of the musical phrase. It feels like the first note has gone lower. Let's try playing this pattern starting from G. And from G. Does it fit? It seems similar, but not quite. Listen closely. The first and second motifs have a similar cap, the same high notes. Na 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 E, F, E. Let's try using them. Oh, that is indeed much better. Let's listen to this third motif. It feels like I've heard this somewhere before. It looks just like the very first motif. And return back. Oh! Sometimes, many beginners try to pick out a different melody on identical motifs because they fail to recognize that a repeating segment is playing. It's a psychological illusion. Your brain thinks it can't repeat, that every time it must be something new, so it sounds different now. Don't fall for this trick. Think, analyze the melody. Has something like this sounded before? So, the third motive is the same. Okay, let's try playing. And the last one remains. An interesting one. It seems totally different from the previous motives. At the beginning, there's a quick, fleeting note, and then the melody goes into a decline, slowly calming down. And here's the question. Which note do we start from? We could try singing again. You can, of course. But let's learn to work by context. Constantly connect the musical motive to the previous one. It will be easier to orient yourself. Play the last motive and push off from it. The last notes were E, F, E, C. It seems after them there is a small lift upward. With the help of two notes, we climbed higher. It's upward, yeah, D-E. This is a decoration, a grace note where the first note is quick and auxiliary, and the second is the main one. And then a slow descent. Oh, count how many notes sound going down. I counted 4 notes. Let's try playing sequentially down from the note E. E, D, C, B. And wow, we return to A again. It sounds similar, only the notes wherein play is fast but calmer. To understand the rhythm, try to sing or tap the notes along with the track and then on your own. You'll notice the first note A-E is fast and the last one B too. But between them, they are slow. Ti-ta, ta, ti-ta. They puzzled us. If you set a steady pulse here, you'll see a divergence from it. Wow, this is a real syncopation. This happens in music. It's a normal phenomenon. So, we have fully analyzed the musical phrase, which gives us a lot of information about where the music lives. From this moment, we can determine the tonality, the key. Many people wonder how to find the key. We have clues from this melody we found, the set of keys we used, and the pulling note, the tonic, where the music often returns. Which keys did we play? We used only white keys. This already gives us the concept that we are in a key with white notes, and there are only 2 options, minor and major keys with white notes. That will be only C major and A minor. Aha! The circle of keys has narrowed down significantly. Now we just need to figure out if it's A or C. Look at your playing. Which note did you play more often? The one you return to from time to time? The one falling on the strong beats? Well, have you decided? Yes, it's A minor. The simplest, most melancholic key. A minor is played only on white keys. So far everything is simple. Why do we need to do all this? It's not just to tick a box. It is the main guide that helps a musician understand how notes, chords and harmony relate in a melody. Also, we likely won't try the other keys that don't belong to this tonality, although there are exceptions in music. It is important to know the tonality, to make it easier to understand which chords we will use in the left hand. Right now, we'll figure out what it plays in the background of our melody. Potentially, every note in this key has the right to be in our accompaniment. That is, you can create a background in playing the left hand from any note on white keys. For now, we won't go too deep into theory. Many find it difficult to pick out the bass part specifically because it sounds in the background and the main melody overpowers it. To figure out what the left hand is playing, try to focus on the low notes while listening. Try to crawl with your own little ears through the fabric of the music and get deep into the background. Even if you can't make out exactly what is playing, just hear where the loud notes are sounding. It's not easy, but it's possible. When you hear it, try to hum along or clap to the sounds of the bass part. Mark for yourself and remember the spots where you will play with the left hand. You can memorize this based on the right hand notes. Here, here, and here. You will also feel that the low notes support the main pulse of the melody and go hand in hand with it, like a drum providing the beat. 1, 1, pulse, pulse. So, what is the left hand playing? Let's try picking different notes and listening if the combination really fits. We know the tonic is A. Let's try playing that first and compare with the original. It seems to sound pleasant, but the feeling is that the sound shouldn't merge with the right hand. Let's try the other options. A little hint, try using notes that are played in the right hand motif. Sometimes the anchor note is hidden in there. Let's use C. Oh, it's enough, seriously. Let's try E. It doesn't bleed at all. Last chance. F. Oh, with F it sounds very nice. Let's compare with the original. Indeed, it is the note F. There were 3 more notes left to find, but we won't just poke around anymore. We find the logic in the playing. If you listen closely, after F, the note sounds as if it's higher, and then even higher. Boom, boom, boom. Let's try gradually moving toward the tonic. This technique is very popular and will be used very often in this melody. Wow! Turns out not bad. A smooth pull towards the tonic. Listen to which direction the last note goes. Down or up? Hear the twist. The bass in the left hand decides to turn back and goes down to G. Lower. That's how it happens sometimes. You go toward the tonic. But you won't stay there forever, you step back. Thus, the music acquires a wave-like motion, rolling toward the tonic and rolling back, a very popular technique used by many composers of our time. Let's play together with 2 hands. Toward the tonic, tonic A, and return back. Oh, important moment. When playing the grace note, the first note is short, auxiliary, yeah? Which means the bass in the left hand will play not on it, but on the second main note. First phrase is ready. Let's move to the second. While we're at it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so you don't miss new educational videos. If you think you will be picking out every next note step by step until the end of the composition, you're mistaken. I have good news, because you have already done half the work. Since music loves to copy itself and use similar motifs and left-hand harmonies throughout the compositions. And very often, remember this, the second phrase has a natural property to contain a similar melodic line. at the first. So let's listen to the second phrase. Aha, well, did you notice the similar movement? The only thing is, the last motive sounds a bit different, or rather the pitch changed. Do you hear it? Yes, as if it wanted to ride the sky. Let's try playing higher. Try even higher. Oh, that's it. But is the last note exactly the same? Maybe through the note? Oh, that's right. What about the left hand? Let's listen. Please concentrate on the lows. Doesn't it seem to you that something was added to our usual bass? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Something else is playing additionally, but what is it? When you hear additional sounds after the bass, it means the bass is being developed. Now we will talk about chords or harmonies, where other sounds create a pleasing consonant with the main bass. Let's build a chord from the first bass, F. Let's build a skipping a note. This is the simplest type of chord, a triad. Sounds harmonious, pleasant. It became richer. But I remember in the original the table notes sounded separately, yeah? And then several sounds together. Listen. It turns out this is a broken chord split in the bass and the top. Wow! A popular playing style of all times. Let's connect with the right hand. To understand how to play this together, you need to feel at what moment the left hand plays. You can play with counting. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a waltz form, has 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. You can also play the right separately and just tap the left. Bum, bum. 1, 2, 3. Connecting together. 1, 2. Together, together. Turns out very beautiful. Let's try building a chord from G. And play together with the right. Something hard the ear a little bit. Due to the combination of D and E, it sounds dissonant. Let's try playing E in the left hand instead of D. That sounds nicer. Try to do the third chord on your own without me now. Yeah, it's A minor tonic. Try it. The last, fourth one remains. By the logic of the first phrase, it should be returning back, yeah? Let's try play a G chord. Okay, compare with the original. It seems a bit off. What shall we do? Let's listen again. Did the pitch of the chord change in the track? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and it became somehow lower in feeling. There are options to use notes that are played in the right hand. Okay, we can try F. Doesn't fit. Feels like we need to go even lower. Let's try E. Oh, very similar. But here we will also use C instead of B. That is much better sounds with the melody. It's an inversion of C major triad. E, G, C, like a C, E, G. And we can try playing. And we play together along left hand. So, let's connect the whole second phrase before we forget what we played at the start. F triad, G inversion, A triad, and E inversion. Very nice! Let's play everything together from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A tonic, return back, and waltz form. A triad and lover. Incredibly beautiful! You have done some interesting work with me in figuring out the first variation of Soulmate. It really is very mesmerizing and beautiful, also quite simple. It is better to learn to play by ear on simple themes, and gradually you will learn and gain experience. And don't rush. The ability to hear is a skill built on patience and curiosity. I'm sure you're doing great. I look forward to your reactions, comments, and first impressions. Your opinion is very important to me. The full video, where I fully analyze the composition to the end, that includes the Amelie, Interstellar, and Passacaglia variations, can be found on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. You will find even more educational content for yourself. All links are attached below the video. Which other tracks you would like to figure out or analyze? I'm very interested to know your opinion and wishes. See you next lesson!